Hi, welcome back to Hacienda Homestead. Today I'm going to be trying two new recipes. I'm going to be making a chess cake and some pickled onions. So let's get started on the chess cake first. I need a box of either a yellow or white cake mix, and I just purchased the yellow one. Okay, I'm gonna add 1 egg. And half a cup of melted butter. And I'm going to mix this all together. And this is going to be our crust. I've never had a chess cake, but I have had chess pies. And I love a good chess pie. Chocolate chess is my favorite. Okay, we have it mixed up, so I'm going to add it to an ungreased 9 by 13 pan. And I'm just going to press it down into the bottom of my pan. Kind of make sure it's all even. You don't have one side thinner than the other. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to cream together 1 package of softened cream cheese, 3 eggs, and 16 ounces of powdered sugar. Which is the rest of my bag here. And you can also use a stand mixer. I just thought I would use my hand mixer. Okay. And now I'm just going to pour it over into my dish. And just make sure it's spread evenly over my crust. There we go. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. I just took our chest cake out of the oven and it smells wonderful. This is what it looks like. So now I'm just going to set it on my counter and let it cool. It's the next day and I finally cut into the chest cake. So I'm going to take a bite. This is really good. So, in my opinion, it's a split between a pie and a cookie, almost. The bottom layer has the consistency of a cookie, and the top reminds me of a chess pie, like what you would think a chess pie would taste like. It's really good and it's really easy, so I'm definitely going to be adding this to my recipe book and whipping it out, especially for potlucks and things like that. I googled chess pie, and one of the stories that it said how it originated was in the South, people had chest pantries, and it was originally a chest pie, but because Southerners like to butcher some words, it became chess pie. And I thought, well, that sounds about right, because it reminded me of when I was younger. I had an Aunt Reener, and my whole life we would go to Abilene and visit Aunt Reener. And one day I was looking in the Bible, and my grandma had listed all the names of the people who had passed, and I realized that day her name wasn't Reener, it was Rena. But sometimes Southerners like to add and take away letters, and we added the instead of the and so it was Aunt Rena, but we called her Aunt Reener. And so it's very interesting. I also know from reading about Appalachia stuff that they do that a lot too. And so it makes me wonder, like, maybe down the line, did some of our ancestors come from the Appalachian Mountains or something? But anyway, that's a whole different story. But I just thought, you know, we do like to butcher some words. So there you go. Let me know if you tried this recipe, or if you'd known about this recipe. I'd just come across it. And I'll see you next time. Today, I am going to try a recipe that I have never tried before. It's for pickled onions, and it sounds really good. And we're coming up on summer, and in summer we cook out a lot on the grill, and we make hamburgers a lot. And it just, the idea of a pickled onion on a hamburger sounds so good to me. So I thought I would go ahead and give this recipe a try and see how we like them. So the first thing I'm going to do is prepare my red onions. I just have 3 here. I have a ball canning jar that I'm just going to add them to. And I'm, of course, keeping my peels and things for the chickens. My husband doesn't like onions, but there's enough in our family that do, that I think this would be a nice treat for us. And now I'm just going to thinly slice the onion. So to my jar of onions, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of maple syrup or agave or honey. And so I have honey, so I'm going to add 2 teaspoons, and I'm just going to eyeball it. a have some apple cider vinegar with the mother, and I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a cup. And then I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That may have been a little more than what was needed, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And 1/2 cup of warm water. Put the lid on it and just kind of swish it back and forth to get everything incorporated. And then I'm going to put this in my refrigerator. And the recipe says it'll be done, and I will have pickled onions in 2 to 4 hours. And you just keep it in your refrigerator.